this got brought up. Obviously, the Dallas Mavericks just won the NBA lottery
Rigged.
this week. Yeah, just a little bit, you know. So they had like a 1.8% chance, Max, to getting the number one overall pick and basically the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. So they're gonna draft Cooper Flag, and there's so many variables to that. We'll get into that later when we do a little bit more NBA talk. But it got me and Max thinking because Adam Schefter tweeted, or he was on Pat McAfee show. Does he have a job? Did he get fired from ESPN? Is that why he's on Pat McAfee show?
No, I think
I
they're
I
both with
think
ESPN, aren't they?
maybe, I don't know. I've been seeing Adam Schefter
No, Adam
on.
Schefter. Yeah, no, he's still at ESPN. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's with ESPN.
So yeah, I guess he's been doing a lot of work with Pat McAfee, and I don't know if he said it on Pat McAfee or tweeting about it, whatever. He was like, "Hey, I think the NFL should adopt the NBA lottery. You know, have an NFL lottery." So me and Max were texting each other today and saying like, "How would that work? Would you like it?" I come down to this. One, I don't like the lottery because I think it's rigged. I don't think there's enough evidence that it's an actual lottery. I think,
Does it blow your mind? We're still using ping pong balls.
yeah, most
Like we
definitely.
can't figure out anything else.
It's the same thing with the NFL. Like, why are we still measuring first downs with chains when we have
Yeah,
so
I
much
would think
technology?
there's like 14 teams in the lottery. Why don't you just tell them pick a number between 1 and 200? Whoever gets closest gets the first pick. Might as well do that. As stupid as it sounds.
Well, okay. So this is the thing I told Max, because Max was like, you said you'll like it for the NFL, right? For a lottery. You're on board, like some type
Eh.
of that.
Dude, here's the question. Here's the question you have to address. Does the lottery increase tanking? Does the idea of a lottery increase tanking?
I don't think it does. I don't think it not in the NFL. I think it does in the NBA to a certain point.
I think what they did in the NBA has made it worse. Where like they've kind of eliminated tanking, but now you're awarding teams that are too good. Like honestly, look, I think the NBA is kind of like realizing like, oh crap, we don't want to be like the 2026ers or not 2020, like the 2014 Sixers who were like so open about it.
Mhm.
So I think we have to redo tanking again. And my philosophy was the four worst teams, they have their own lottery. If you're 45 and 47, you can't get the first pick in the draft. I'm sorry, unless you own someone else's stupid trade. I believe that. Because people are going to say, well, it's just a 1% chance. Well, yeah. What about the team that had 60% chance? They need it. Dallas
I
doesn't need it.
I would just say this.
It's just, it's
I
1%.
agree.
I know. I know.
I agree. It should be like that, but I think the underlining issue here is that guys don't care about the regular season. That's the whole thing. Is like,
Oh, in the NBA. Yeah. 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 I
yeah, in the
agree.
NBA
I
they
agree.
don't, and I think the NFL doesn't have that problem. There's so many people involved, and there's so many, like, the players don't have the leverage in the NFL. The quarterbacks have
So I have
leverage,
a question.
yes.
If you switched contracts, NBA, NFL, not money, if every NFL player's contract was guaranteed, they're going to be a lot more tanky,
Yes.
right?
Faux show. Yes,
So, do
1000%.
we just need to cut the guarantees? Hey, if you want to be a bum and you want, I honestly think, first of all, I've been saying
That's
this for
never
like
gonna
20 years.
happen.
Franchise tag works way better in the NBA. Definitely would help the teams more than the NFL. Because when you have your star players who are like, "When are you getting your shit out?" I'm like, "All right, we'll just tag you and screw you. You can sit out. We won't even
Yeah.
pay you. We'll
That's an
work out a
owner
contract."
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the power is in the players' hands in the NBA, and in the NFL, the majority of the power is in the owners. Now you got some
So
quarterbacks in there that have some power, but as far as 53 guys on a roster, it, rarely any of those players have power.
I think what's even cooler than that is we should just do like a fluid season where the teams playing for like let's say like the Browns and Titans are tied at the end, like they're 2-13 or 2-14 each. Let's just give them a game at the end of the year to decide the number one pick. Let's
For
just do that.
for football.
Yeah, just be like, all right, You can go play Buffalo instead. I mean, this isn't going to work. I just thought of it like this second. We didn't even talk about it. But we should do that.
I mean,
Like,
we
that's
will
your
love that. The
playoffs.
fans will love that.
Yeah, why
That's
not? Like, let them
amazing.
play an extra game. But no, I think a lottery in football would have to work. I think the lottery should work like this anyway. If you're one of 4 teams, or let's just say if your win percentage is under 20%, you are eligible for the first, second, and third pick, right? So you take, let's say we have the Browns, let's just assume the Raiders and the Titans or whatever.
Yep.
Right? Those 3 teams all finish 2-14. Or okay, one finishes 2-14, one finishes 3-13, and the others 2-14. You 3 have a chance to win the number 1 pick. We pick the balls, whatever. That's it. Like that. And then it's like the next set. So okay. So all these teams are 4 and 5 wins. They're in their own little lottery pool. And then we cut it the playoff teams. So how many teams make the playoffs in the NFL? 20?
Yeah, just about.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, yeah, but I don't think like don't fuck with it if it's not working. I think it's working just fine in the NFL. Like,
Yeah, don't fix something that's not broken.
yeah, I don't think any teams tank in the NFL, and if they do, it always
Shout out to the Eagles.
It always winds up like kind of not working out most of the time. Honestly, like a lot of people wanted, like I remember the Dolphins were tanking. I remember
The year with Brian Flores, and they were like surprisingly decent.
Yeah,
Eagles tanked for a game.
For a game, you know, but I don't think you ever see a team pack it in by
like 5 weeks in. It's like, okay,
yeah.
So we're 1-8. Let's just lose the last 8 so we get the next quarterback, right? Like no team ever has done that in the history of.
And if they do, it's hard. And if they do, it's hard because you can tell when teams do it because general managers, it comes from the head up. It's never going to come from the coaches. The only time it's going to come from the coaches is if they're massively secure in their position. And there's not many of them. There's not, because they're all good. They're not in that position to tank.
I think so let me ask you this. Next year, let's just say this. So we have 2 prospects coming into the league, one in basketball, one in football. Let's just say prospect A is Cooper. What's his name?
Cooper Flag.
What's his name? Manning? No.
Archie Manning.
Arch Manning.
Arch Manning.
Arch Manning. Okay. And then we got Cooper Flag coming in. Which guy is going to be more difficult to trade for? Like, which number 1 pick is more difficult to trade for? The NBA or the NFL's?
I think
the NBA is. I think the NBA, like, you could offer 5 first round. Like, I don't care who the quarterback is. If some team goes, we'll give you 5 number 1 picks, 5 first rounders.
Yeah, some team is
they'll be
probably
like,
thinking about that.
We'll take it. Like, if you're in the top, like, let's say here, the Titans, let's say the Browns were like, yo, we'll give you 5 first round picks for number 1, and we're at 3. They'll be like, here you go, take them. We don't even care. It could be Trevor Lawrence. It could be Andrew Luck. They would trade it. No team would do that. In the NBA, they'd be like, no, we'll take Cooper Flag. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm making my point well enough, but I'm saying is because basketball is so much more easily dominated by one player, it's like that pick is worth more. And that's why their tanking is so much more important because that first pick is worth so much more.
Well, the pool is a lot less too. Like the talent pool. I mean, of course, there's less guys on rosters. You know, the rosters are substantially.
Yeah, but as
smaller.
good as a quarterback is, no quarterbacks ever influenced the game of football like LeBron's influenced the game of basketball. Like I don't mean in general. I mean for one specific game, like the X's and O's.
Yeah.
Because in one you have 11 variables, or really like 20 variables. In the other, you have 9.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. So, in short, I don't think the NFL should do a lottery. I think stick that shit to the NBA.
Big dreams, everything ain't what it seems. Glittering gold, both bling. Not on my team. This organic.